One of the things about buying a massage chair is that people are not completely aware of what the warranty is of that chair that they're looking to buy, or what the return policy is for the company that's selling them the chair. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the return policy today, because that's one where people get hurt, or it becomes painfully costly for them when they return a chair. So here are some tips when it comes to buying your chair in terms of the returning of the chair. First of all, when you're shopping, make sure you understand what the return policy is. Is it 30 days? Is it 90 days? Is it 1 week? Does the company even have a return policy, or is it strictly an exchange policy? Some companies do not offer returns. Make sure you know this before you lay down your money for the chair. So first of all, understand the policy. Secondly, does the policy require you to pay anything out of pocket? Do you have to pay for return shipping? Do you have to pay for credit card fees? Do you have to pay for back billing of the initial shipping to you? Do you have to pay a restocking fee, which can be, with some companies, 20 to 25, 30%. So understand the costs. And also, if you're going to return the chair, make sure you know when you have to contact them to let them know that you want to return the chair. If it's a 30-day return, does the chair have to be back to them by the 30th day? Or do you have to notify them by the 30th day? And make sure you do contact the company. Don't just ship the chair back, because in many instances they'll just refuse delivery unless they know it's coming. And it's within the time frame of their published return policy. So know if they've got it, what the return policy is, the details of it. Know what the cost will be out of pocket for you before you buy. Like for example, we do have a lifetime labor warranty, but I'm off track. We have a 90-day free return policy, so you can bring the chair back or send the chair back. We pay for the return shipping. You don't have to pay for any of the shipping. And there's no back billing, there's no restocking fees, there's nothing. So anyways, that's number one. And number two things to be concerned about. Number three is make sure you know, and I think this is across the board for all companies, I know it is for us, you are responsible for packing up the chair and getting it ready to ship back to the retailer if you want to return your chair. If you want someone to come pick it up from you and do it themselves, you're going to pay for it. If you keep, and please keep the boxes and the packing material until you know for sure that you're going to keep that chair. Also, keep the pallet, because the return shipping company is going to come to get that, and they're going to want to have it on a pallet to reduce the cost of getting the chair on the truck and then ultimately ship back to the retailer or back to the distributor. So know what the return policy is, know what your costs are going to be, and make sure that you are prepared to get that chair packed and ready, shipping ready, before the shipping company comes to pick it up. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about this. Some people get rid of the boxes. Some people get rid of the pallet, or they let the shipping company take it all with them if it's a white glove delivery. Like if they're setting the chair up in your home, a lot of those companies will take everything back with them. You don't want them to do that. You want to keep the box, put it in the garage. The box is pretty big, but when you take off the top and the bottom and take out the packing material, you can scissor it shut so it's flat. But keep that material. Now, if you don't, you will be responsible for packing up that chair yourself. Now, you can maybe hire a technician or a local moving company to pack it up for you if you're elderly or if you don't want to deal with it at all. But you're going to need some material. So there's people who buy a chair from us that want to return it, and they've gotten rid of all the packing material on the pallet. Well, what we do is we go to Home Depot and we get a pallet for them. We get shipping blankets for them. We get shipping wrapping, like saran wrap, but they're shipping size saran wrap, plastic wrap. We buy 4 cinch straps. The cinch straps where you can wrap around something and then cinch it tight to strap it down onto the pallet. We also buy packing tape. So when you get the bill of lading and the labels from the shipping company, you can just tape it onto the wrap around the chair. Those are some of the things that we strongly recommend people get. We will often buy that for the customer, either have them reimburse us or send them the list, and they'll go buy it from Home Depot or Harbor Freight or Lowe's or any local hardware store. That's a thing that you need to be aware of. You may have to pack it up yourself. If you're going to hire someone to do it, it's probably going to cost you $200 to $300 to get that done, unless you can do it yourselves. And if you've got kids, it's a great reason to have kids, especially grown-ups. They can help you do it. Make sure that you keep a copy of the shipping bill of lading, so that you can prove that you had the chair ready for shipping. And then make sure you contact the company when the chair takes off. Notify the massage chair company that the chair has been picked up and it's on its way, and then find out exactly what the return time frame is. We usually wait until we have the chair and we've inspected it. And be aware that if you do not pack up the chair and pack it up safely and securely, and it gets damaged en route, a lot of times that will be charged to you in the refund. Companies will take that off the cost to replace the parts that were damaged. That's why it's so important to keep the box. It makes it easier to ship. It makes it easier to protect the chair, and it also protects you from having to pay damages to the chair from the shipping pickup to the drop off to the massage chair company. And a lot of things can happen in the shipping world, I'll tell you. So anyways, those are the tips that I would recommend that you consider. Know what the return policy is, even if they, and make sure they even have one before you buy. Make sure that you know what the return policy is. Make sure that you understand that you are responsible for packing up the chair in most cases. And if you want someone else to do it, you're going to pay for it. And make sure that you pack it up well. And I've given you the products that you probably need to buy. And by the way, all those things I listed to you are about $200. And then pack it up, and then contact the massage chair company. Let them know that your chair is ready for pickup, and then they will come and pick it up. The shipping company will come and pick it up. Oh, and make sure you have it out on the pallet outside, so that the shipping company, when they come, they're going to come with a big truck with what they call a lift gate. The gate comes down, and then it can go up and down. They'll lower it, and they'll have what they call a pallet jack, which is like a miniature forklift that an individual person just a single person can use. And they will move that. They will push that thing up to where your chair is, and the tongs of the forklift or the pallet jack will go underneath the pallet, lift it up. They'll turn around, go back to the truck, put it on the lift gate, raise the lift gate up, and then move the chair back into the belly of the truck. But make sure there isn't gravel, grass, dirt, or a significant change in elevation to get from the truck to your chair. If you've got it in the backyard and it's packed on a patio in the back, and they've got to go over grass and gravel to get to it, they won't do it because the pallet jack won't do that. And they usually come one person per truck, so one guy's not going to move it. So you're going to have to move the whole thing out to your driveway, or out to, if you know exactly when they're coming, you can put it out on the side of the road, but have it on the pallet strapped up where they can easily pick up the pallet with the pallet jack. If you don't do that, they're going to ask you to move it out and then call them back to come back to return to pick up your chair. So you're going to have, those are some things that you need to remember. Now, once the chair is shipped off and you know that they've received it, then they will let you know how they're going to issue your refund. A lot of companies will just refund your credit card. Some will send you a check. Some will wire you the money. If the chair is below a certain price point, like I think $5,000, they can maybe Venmo you or Zelle you your money. Make sure you understand all this that I've just told you about. Be aware of this before you buy your chair, because if you're just buying it for fun, you think, oh, they've got a good, got a good warranty, and it's 30 days, and I'll just return it after using it for 30 days. Well, if you do, unless they offer free returns, which nobody really does except us and Costco. But as far as massage chair stores go, we're really the only ones that do that. You're going to be paying, and it could be a restocking fee that could be quite considerable. It could be expensive shipping fees, especially if you live across the country from the retailer. So anyways, be aware of these things. These are the tips that you need to be cognizant of when you are buying a chair. And I'm not trying to complicate the buying process. Well, I am. complicated the buying process because I'm putting it on you to make sure that you are fully accountable for what you're getting yourself into. Because the massage chair company will just say, well, okay, you want to return your chair? Okay, you're going to have to get it ready for us and we'll pick it up and it's going to cost $500 for return shipping and we're going to charge you for the original shipping and there's going to be, if you paid with a credit card, there's going to be a credit card fee that we're going to take out of the refund amount. And they hold some power with that. So if it's published, a published return policy on the website and well, that might be a loophole for you. If it's not clear what the return policy is, that might give you some leverage when you're bantering about the costs of returns. But they should have it in black and white on their website, so it leaves little doubt. You'll see our return policy. There's a lot of bullet points because we want to make sure everything's clear to people. And anyways, those are the things you need to think about when you buy a chair. Don't think about it when you're going to return the chair because by then it may be too late to realize that you're going to be owing a whole bunch of money for that. But these are the things you need to be aware of: the return policy and the warranty. We'll talk about the warranty another time. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and please feel free to thumbs up like this video if you found it helpful. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.